ecosystems and accelerating climate change. Like the movie The Day After Tomorrow, but, for real. 23. Marine parasites. Marine parasites are diverse and frightening, especially given that the majority of these organisms are extremely difficult to see right in front of you. Never mind when they're swimming around in massive bodies of water. One critter specifically is particularly creepy. The name of the species is Loa Loa, but it's better known as the eye worm. Yeah, you could probably guess where this is going. The eye worm goes through multiple stages of life, one of which can involve living inside a nice, warm, juicy human host. They require water for their survival, which explains why they frequently gravitate to our only exterior body part that always contains an abundance of fluid, our eyes. 22. Deep sea vents can reach up to 700 degrees Fahrenheit, 371 Celsius. The Mariana Trench not only comes with extreme pressure and bizarre creatures, but also boasts extreme temperature variations. These temperatures can vary between 1 degree and 4 degrees Celsius, that's 34 to 39 Fahrenheit, and 450 Celsius, or 700 degrees Fahrenheit. Hydrothermal vents, known as black smokers, shoot out water hot enough to melt lead, yet it doesn't boil. The immense pressure at this depth, over 155 times greater than that at the surface, acts like a lid, preventing boiling. 21. Great white sharks congregate in mass every year in one location for the ultimate feeding frenzy. In 2002, scientists started to realize that their tagged great white sharks kept disappearing from coastal waters and reappearing halfway between Hawaii and Baja California. They named the area the White Shark Cafe, and it remained somewhat of a mystery until 2018 when a dedicated expedition revealed its secrets. The sharks congregated to take part in the ultimate elephant seal feeding frenzy. The cafe's location coincides with the elephant seal's breeding grounds, and the added benefit of easy access to food, like fish and squid, attracts large numbers of seals, and consequently, sharks looking for their next meal. 20. 1 milliliter.
I saw they are friends. Seals is like a shark, but much more friendly.
Of ocean water can contain 10 million viruses. I bet that makes you feel a bit different about that mouthful of water you swallowed the last time you went for a swim. It's believed that the oceans contain a staggering 1 million viruses. That's 1 followed by 30 zeros. And yes, a single drop of ocean water can hold up to 10 million viruses.
Did they count them like 1, 2, 3, and every drop of water has 10 million? That's absurd, man.
While the number of viruses become less as you venture deeper and further offshore, even at 4,000 meters below the surface, there's still likely around 100,000 per milliliter. 19. The ocean will die without coral. Okay, guys, I need you to bear with me because I'm about to drop a few scary truth bombs. Half of the planet's coral reefs have disappeared in the last 30 years, and if the present conditions continue, an additional 20% could be gone by 2035. That is terrifying. Losing our coral reefs is not only bad news for fish, it is a global crisis. Reefs support a diverse range of marine life and protect coastlines from storms. Without them, fish populations would plummet, replaced by harmful algae. Coral reefs also contribute to the production of oxygen in the air we breathe, but the impact extends beyond the environment. The consequences would be disastrous for coastal communities that rely on fishing for a living and food. To replace the lost protein, we would probably have to dip into unsustainable farming practices. It's a downward spiral the world cannot afford. 18. Where is...
Please, I'm sorry. Guys,
Close.
no. Oh, feather stars and dead bodies in the ocean. I like this one. I actually like.
12. Dead zones. Dead zones could be called underwater deserts. Their name says it all. These dead zones are caused...
Desert is a place without water. And if the water is on top of land, that doesn't make it a desert. This guy's talking
by excess nutrients, often from farming, which fuel explosive algae growth. The algae die off, decompose, and devour crucial oxygen. This creates hypoxic zones, less than 2 ppm oxygen, which suffocates marine life. Slower creatures that can't get away, like starfish and corals, quickly die off, leaving eerie underwater deserts. Farmers are particularly vulnerable, as evidenced by the vast Gulf of Mexico dead zone. 11. The birthplace of devastating storms. If there's one place you do not want to be on a stormy day, it is the Pacific Ocean. It holds the questionable honor of being the birthplace of the most devastating storms on Earth. Tropical storms and cyclones are more common there than anywhere else, while the Western Pacific is especially notorious for brewing up super typhoons, the strongest storms on Earth. They're fueled by warm water, and the Pacific's enormous size and tropical location create the perfect breeding ground. 10. The loudest ocean sound came from an ice quake. In 1997, scientists studying underwater volcanoes recorded an ultra-loud noise unlike anything heard before. They called it the bloop, and spent the next several years trying to track the sound's origin. Conspiracy theorists went crazy and speculated that it might have been anything, from giant creatures to secret submarines. Cthulhu, anyone? Driven by curiosity, researchers deployed more listening devices and finally tracked the sound's origin. The bloop wasn't a monster. An iceberg cracking and calving in Antarctica generated the powerful sound, which traveled vast distances due to the unique properties of deep-sea acoustics. 9. The biggest ocean waves are found beneath the surface. Have you ever heard of internal waves? These giants form underneath the ocean's surface and can grow over 650 feet tall. Unlike surface waves created by wind, these underwater monsters are formed where water layers of different densities meet. Some studies suggest they might contribute to the energy that fuels rogue waves, while others indicate limited interaction. 8. There's an ice sheet larger than the continental United States. The East Antarctic ice sheet is the largest ice sheet in the world. It covers about 5.4 million square kilometers. That is roughly the size of Europe. It contains 90% of the world's glacial ice, which makes it an important part of the planet's climate system, to say the least. It acts like a giant mirror, reflecting incoming solar radiation back into space and sorting out the world's heat balance. Unfortunately, rising global temperatures pose a serious threat to its stability. According to estimates, even a slight increase in melting could unleash enough water to inundate coastal communities worldwide. Disruptions to ocean currents triggered by meltwater play havoc on the world's weather patterns, influencing rainfall and agriculture worldwide. 7. The Pacific Ocean is wider than the moon. While we often think of the moon as immense, the Pacific Ocean dwarfs it in terms of width. This watery giant stretches an impressive 19,000 kilometers, or 11,806 miles across, a staggering 5.5 times wider than the moon's 3,400 kilometers, or 2,112 miles. Just picture 5 moons next to each other. That is the size of the Pacific, and we've only managed to map a tiny portion of it. 6. Half of the United States is beneath the ocean. The United States is so much bigger than you think. Its size actually includes a massive area of land underneath the sea, 3.8 million square miles to be exact, so it's about twice as big as you thought it was. This incredible underwater territory stretches from California to Maine, even covering the depths of the Mariana Trench, Earth's deepest point. 5. Most of Earth's volcanic activity happens in the ocean. While land-based volcanoes may grab the headlines, scientists estimate more than 80% of eruptions actually occur in the ocean. These submarine volcanoes are challenging to track, but in 2009, researchers captured the deepest eruption ever seen, over 5 miles down in the Mariana Trench. These underwater giants play a crucial role in shaping our planet. They build islands, influence ocean chemistry, and even support unique ecosystems around hydrothermal vents. 4. The United States lost a hydrogen bomb in the ocean. Look, I'm no expert, but you would think we'd keep better track of our most dangerous bombs. In 1958, an F-86 fighter jet collided with a B-47 bomber carrying a hydrogen bomb. In a desperate attempt to prevent an explosion, the crew decided to get rid of it and dropped it into the Atlantic Ocean. Despite extensive search efforts, the bomb has never been recovered. While the plutonium core was removed before the drop, the environmental impact of the remaining uranium and the bomb's casing remains to be seen. For now, let's hope that uranium stays right where it is, whatever that may be. 3. The Corryvreckan Maelstrom is a permanent violent whirlpool. Just off the coast of Scotland is one of the largest and most powerful permanent whirlpools on Earth. It's called the Corryvreckan Maelstrom, and comes complete.
What the hell? That's, I think, a windmill. Yeah, I think that's a windmill that is turning. It's a thing.
With churning waters and waves that can get over 9 meters or 30 feet high. Tourists can't get enough of it. So much so that the government regularly has to remind everyone not to get too close. Oh man, now I miss Maelstrom at Epcot. Nuts. Frozen Ever After is good, but I miss Maelstrom.
Ready
One wrong tiny move.
to study abroad, but still haven't taken your English test? Oh, darling.
2.
One tiny mistake and you're dead.
The Bermuda Triangle's twin. The Devil's Sea, southeast of Tokyo, has captured people's imaginations with its tales of mysterious disappearances and shipwrecks. Nicknamed the Pacific's Bermuda Triangle, people would love to add a paranormal spin on it. However, research suggests the natural world is actually to blame. This part of the ocean is fraught with storms, currents, and rogue waves. To make matters worse, the Devil's Sea is also located in a subduction zone, making it prone to earthquakes and volcanic activity. 1. More than 80% of the ocean remains unexplored. Yeah, I know. I talked about this in our intro, but it deserves the spot at number 1 on today's list. More than 80% of the ocean has never been documented, captured, or even visited by humans.
How do you know it's 80%? If you didn't know, did you like take a drone and go? That
Come on, people. We know more about the farthest reaches of space. To put that into perspective, if the Earth was a fruit, our exploration would cover only its skin, nothing of the juicy parts. The unexplored area, over 3 billion square kilometers, is approximately 26 times the size of Africa. It's a hidden world larger than all the land masses on Earth put together that could contain mountains higher than Everest, animal life, vents. I mean, basically too much to even try and guess. Exploring this gigantic underwater frontier isn't just about satisfying our curiosity, it just might be the key to humanity's future. So, do you like the ocean? Or are you afraid of it? Let us know in the comments below.